Hello and welcome to this setup tutorial for the board game Boonlake. In case you'd also like to know how to play it, then I have a separate video for that. First, let's get it ready to play. Start by placing the game board in the middle of all players. Save some room on the side for big player boards. We can already put some things on the board. These 4 black discs. The board shows 4 different regions. Place a disc next to the name of each region. Here, 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 and here. Next, take out some tiles that show a number of players on the back. These ones. Since I'm setting it up for 3 people, I remove the tiles that show 4 players on the back. They can go back in the box. The rest of these tiles get shuffled together. When you're ready, place a face-up tile on each space that also shows a number of players. Since I'm setting it up for 3, I don't place any tiles on spaces that show 4 players. For the rest, it doesn't matter what goes where, as long as you place a tile on a space that shows little player icons. I can put a 3-player tile on a 2-player space, it doesn't matter. When you're done, you shouldn't have any tiles left. There are more tiles. You have these ones with a grey back. Take them all out and shuffle them. This can go as a face-down stack or a mound next to the board. More tiles, these ones with cows on both sides. No need to shuffle, just make a stack next to the grey ones. You have this other board. This is where the action tiles are placed. So let's take those out. Here they are. These are all the actions you can do during the game. Shuffle the tiles face down. When you're ready, start placing them randomly from top to bottom. At the end, you should have a tile right next to each icon on the side of the board. When you're ready, place this board somewhere next to the game board where everyone can see it clearly. Let's round this up by placing some other items next to the board. There's money. Make bank somewhere by the board. You can sort the coins if you want, but you don't have to. There are these nice and colorful vases. Find a spot for those. And these lever tokens. Pile them together where at least most players can reach them. The last thing to go by the board is this big deck of cards. Shuffle it as best as you can. You can also make 2 separate stacks and shuffle both before putting them back together. When you're ready, place the cards face down by the board. You can already deal out 6 face down cards to each player. And now it's time for everything else for the players. Start by giving everyone their own player board. Here it is. I told you it was big. Keep it with this side up. The other side is for when you're playing solo. Place the board in front of you. You'll be keeping this whole right side of the board free during the setup, but this other side is going to get filled up with your own things. So, pick a color and take everything out. I'll choose green. So I get these green cows, the cattle. Place 1 figure in each space on the right side. Make a row from top to bottom. I have these green bigger buildings, these ones. They can go next to the cows, again go from top to bottom. Cover up each space. If there are bigger buildings, there are also smaller buildings. Here are my green houses. They can go next to the bigger ones. Fill up each spot. Up here, you have your own little river. You have two little boats in your own color. They can both go in the leftmost space. The tokens that are in place above it aren't supposed to be there. So take those 4 out and place them next to your board with the +1 side up. There's 2 spots left to fill. That's where your people can go. Here are my green ones. But as you can see, there are more than 2. At least 2 of them can go in the spaces on my board. 3 of them can go on that open space on the bottom left. And the rest of your people can go next to your player board. But I've got more things in green. I have these green cubes. One of them is my scoring marker. That goes on space 0, same as the other players. The other 2 cubes are for the income track. There's one for money. Everyone puts their cube at the top of the track. And the other one is for cards. Every player also places their cube at the top of that track here. I've got another green boat, but this one is bigger. It's a ship. That goes on the main board all the way up river. Since I'm playing it with 3, we all put our boats here. If I was with fewer players, then you start at the very top. Just look at the board for instructions. In case my scoring marker goes all the way around the scoring track, I can use this green token to indicate I've gone past 100. I keep that with me. And 4 times during the game there will be a scoring moment. For that I have these 4 green tokens with the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4 written on them. They can stay in my own area. Based on the cards you have and knowing what you'll need during the game, you can now pick one of these 4 tokens that you took out of your own player board. These are resources. One of them can go back where they came from. I can see I'm going to need stone, so I push the stone token back into my player board with the +1 side up. Almost done. Take out these scoring tiles. Shuffle them face down and then deal 2 to each player. Keep the other ones close. Every player has to pick 1. You can again look at your cards to see if one tile is better than the other one for you. As soon as a player has made a choice, the scoring tile can be placed on the board. I choose this one. Since I'm the green player, I place my scoring tile on the green spot here. This is where I have the chance to score double points. Every player places the tile they've chosen on their color. We're missing a 4th player, so I fill up this last spot with a random scoring tile from the leftover stack. Now all the other scoring tiles can go back in the box, and it's time to pick a first player. For now, that'll be me, so I get this first player token. And I get 6 money. The player to my left gets 7 money. and player number 3 gets 8 money. If there had been a fourth player, that person would actually also get 8 money. We're done. This is how you set up Boonlake. If you'd also like to know what to do, follow me to the tutorial. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment and see you for the next one.